I am feeling ambitious this morning, so I'll be trying to make tteokguk, which is traditional Korean rice cake soup. It is absolutely delicious. It is the first meal I have every year on New Year's Day. It's simple, but it just takes some time. So let's get started. We're gonna start off with the broth first. It's gonna be really hearty and rich. So I'm gonna put in some tashima, which is dried kelp. I'm putting in a piece that's around this large. And then of course I've got my good old dried anchovies. And I'm just gonna put in like a handful, like this much. And then I'm gonna put in like this much of an onion. How much is that? Is that like a sixth? A sixth of an onion? I like things prepared, so I've got my boiling water. And then we're gonna put it on the stove for 20 minutes. So while we wait for the broth, I'm gonna work on the rice cake omelets. Isn't that such a cute word, omelets? I bought this pack maybe a month ago and I just put it in the freezer. I left it to defrost yesterday and now it's ready to be submerged and soaked. So I have a bowl of room temperature water and now I gotta figure out how much I want. This step is optional, but it does make your rice cakes extra chewy and sensational. So I recommend you do this. So I'm gonna leave it to soak for around 20 minutes. We're waiting for the broth to finish regardless, so you might as well do this step anyway. So now I'm gonna prepare the toppings. I have 1 egg and I'm just gonna crack it. And then with the fork, I'm just gonna beat it. I'm also gonna add a sprinkle of salt. Just gonna beat it some more. We're gonna fry that in a little bit. And now I have 1 green onion. I'm just gonna shave off the unruly bits, and I'm just gonna chop this very finely. So I've brought you to the stove top. I'm just gonna fry this egg early because we have to fry it at some point and the soup is just gonna make it really hot, so just gonna go ahead and do that. Now we're just gonna wait for the egg to cool down and then we'll slice it. Let's focus back on the soup. It looks divine. It's been 20 minutes and now we're just going to collect all of these items out of the soup. We don't need this anymore. Thank you for your service. Actually, what am I doing? I have this. Let's use these tools. Okay, so now I'm just gonna strain everything out. And this is really easy to make vegetarian. You just don't add the dried anchovies. To add some more seasoning, I have this soy sauce for soup. This is specific for soup. This is different. I'm gonna add like maybe 2 spoonfuls of this. Okay, that looks good. I'm also gonna be adding some minced garlic. So I just drained my rice cakes and I'm gonna plop them in. Ooh, okay, that's a good amount. So now this has to cook for another 20 minutes. So it's been around 15 minutes now and I'm gonna add some dumplings. These are kimchi and vegetable dumplings and I'm just gonna add like 5 of them. Just make life easier and get some frozen ones. And then we're just gonna let that boil for another 5 minutes. This looks perfect. Let's try the soup. Oh my gosh. Ah, it's ready. So the egg is cooled and now I'm just gonna roll it up. I'm gonna grab my knife and I'm just gonna cut it into thin little pieces like this. That looks sensational. I have my piping hot bowl of tteokguk and I'm just gonna add half of this. And then I'm also gonna add some of my green onions. Oh my God, that looks fabulous. And this is extra credit. I have some seaweed strips. I'm actually just gonna cut it with scissors. Let's make it look nice. Wish me luck. That looks good. I'm so excited to eat this. Holy cow. This is my first time making this myself, so I am so excited to dive right in.
Hi.
He's joining me.
I'm joining Jen for breakfast. A breakfast I don't usually have. Oh my God.
Oh, it just like slips in your mouth. It's so good.
The flavor's amazing.
So it is lunchtime and I'm gonna be making something very, very simple. I'm making Yubuchobap, which is something that my mom used to make me growing up. This dish looks way more impressive than the effort that goes into it. I just got this pre-made pack from the Korean store. So I have some brown rice that I made yesterday and I'm just gonna heat this up. So I just nuked the brown rice in the microwave and now I'm gonna open up this pack over here. So inside we've got the skins, we've got 2 seasoning packs. This one is just like, I don't know, like sesame seeds and other dried goods. And this is like a vinegar sugar mix. So I'm gonna put in the seasoning pack. And for this, I just like to put the whole thing in because I love the way this tastes. And then for this liquid, I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't want that much because it makes it quite sweet and tangy. And I just don't want that much of it. All right, so I'm just gonna mix this all up. That looks pretty mixed in, guys. Let's have a taste test. Yeah, you only need like a dash of this. I used to put the whole packet in and I was like, ugh, like it's just too much sauce. So now I'm gonna drain the fried soybean curd. Isn't that such a disgusting word, curd? Okay, as you can see, there's like a lot of moisture to it. So I'm just gonna squeeze that out. A cheesecloth would be very effective. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up this tofu skin, and now I'm just gonna stuff it with rice. There we go. How cute. It's just like a little pocket. All right, guys, we have our finished yubuchobap. It looks like I spent hours on this, but it took like 5 minutes. Let's give it a go. It's so good. These would also be very impressive to make for a picnic. Just imagine these little yubuchobaps in a Tupperware, in a basket. Like, how unique. I mean, unique here in the States, but oh my goodness. It is time for supper, and I'll be making Yubuchobap, which is like a Korean sashimi bowl. I like having this on nights where I just want to have something more light and refreshing. So let's get started. I'm gonna work on the greens first. I'm gonna grab a couple of pieces of romaine lettuce. I don't even know what type of lettuce this is, but it's different. And then I'm also gonna get some sesame leaves as well. So I'm just gonna start cutting them into bite-sized pieces. Look at this bowl of health. Glorious. So now I'm gonna grab a cucumber and I'm gonna slice that. I've been getting a couple of comments of people saying like, oh my gosh, I thought you didn't like cucumbers. You know what? That's true. I actually didn't like cucumbers in the past, but for some reason this year, I've taken a liking to them. I don't know what changed, but somehow I'm really enjoying this flavor more. I think as you get older, you start to appreciate different types of flavors. And for me, cucumber is one of them. I finished the cucumbers and I'm gonna add them to my glorious salad. And then I'm also gonna add a bit of carrot as well. Ever since I saw my mom chop carrots and cucumbers like this, she makes them into little thin coins first, and then she'll stack them all together, and then she'll start chopping it like this. And then boom, you've got little skinny pieces of carrot. Let's also add that to the salad. So for the protein, I have this sashimi grade salmon. I'm just gonna lay them all like this. I think I'm gonna have, how many pieces do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll have 5 pieces, that seems good. Actually, I'll just have 6, fuck it, okay. And with the sashimi, like you could just leave it like this, but I like to just cut it up because it just distributes better. I feel like when I cut things up, it lasts longer. And then I'm just gonna add this to my bowl. And guys, please get sashimi grade salmon. Don't just get the raw salmon and hope for the best. You're gonna get sick. For another topping, I have seaweed salad. You could also get this at the Korean store. This is basically little pieces of seaweed like drenched in sesame oil and other types of seasonings, but it is scrumptious, absolutely scrumptious. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that over here. I've got my leftover bowl of brown rice. I'm gonna add around this much. The rice is ready and I'm just gonna add it. We'll leave it here underneath there. So now we're gonna make the dressing. I've got some gochujang. I'm gonna add around that much. And then I'm gonna grab some sesame oil and I'm just gonna do like half a spoonful of this. All right. I'm gonna add just like a smidgen of water. I added a little bit of water, which actually probably wasn't the best idea. I need to add a little bit more of this hot pepper paste. I mean, honestly, this will do. Don't add as much water as I did. To complete it, we're just gonna drizzle this. And there you have it, a delicious bowl of Yubuchobap. This is kind of like bibimbap, but with sashimi. I know it looks beautiful, but we're gonna mix it all together. So this is the first bite. This is a big yes, guys. It's so refreshing, it's so crisp. It's also got a bit of a kick, which I love, and it's so simple to prepare. Yes.